From calorie count to portion sizes, we wanted to find out all the differences between Cinnabon in the US and the UK. This is Food Wars. In the UK, Cinnabon's classic rolls come in 4 portion sizes: as a single, as a 2-pack, as a 4-pack, and our largest size, a 6-pack.
In the US, Cinnabon classic rolls come in 3 sizes. The single, oh my god, I want to get this so bad. Then you got the 4-pack for you and, let's be honest, just you. And then you can get yourself a 6-pack. This has some weight to it. Cinnabon in the US also offers catering sizes that you can't get in the UK. That means we can also get our classic Cinnabon rolls in a 9-pack catering tray. Put that on the screen. Oh, that's 50% larger than UK's biggest pack. Oh, amazing.
But is there a difference in the size of the rolls themselves? We're going to weigh a classic Cinnabon in both countries to find out. You can get Bon Bites in the UK, but unfortunately the store I went to didn't have them this morning. If you can get them, then they should come in a pack of 4.
In the US, you can get Bon Bites in a pack of 4, 16, or the catering tray of 36. This is 9 times bigger than the UK's 4-pack. 4? Get a life.
UK Cinnabons also offer mini bons. These come in 3 portion sizes: as a single, as a 6-pack, or our largest size, as a 15-pack. Use these as like a doorstop if they go stale.
Over here, our mini bons come in portions of 1, 9, 15. And of course, we have a catering tray of 20.
What about the drinks? In the UK, we can get hot drinks in 2 sizes: as a regular, which is 12 fluid ounces, or a large, which is 16 fluid ounces.
In the US, our hot beverages come in 4 sizes: small, regular, large, and this big catering bag. Or does it? Because they forgot those 3. The more observant among you would have noticed that the UK's large is only the regular over here.
We can also get ice drinks in the UK, but they just come in the same sizes as our hot drinks: 12 and 16 ounces.
The sizes change a little when you choose the ice drinks in the US. We got the small, and the regular, and the catering size. Again, the more observant of you would notice that there are some beverages missing from this cup. Joe must have started drinking them earlier. Nuh-uh, had a major beverage spilling mishap with a delivery here. More on that later.
The final things to compare are the toppings and sauces. In the UK, you can get some additional toppings like the cream cheese and the pecans, and they just come in the 1 size. These little cups.
In the US, we can get extra frosting as a regular side of the cream cheese frosting. I mean, a whole pint of the frosting? A side of pecans, who cares?
Let's weigh the largest frosting side in each country to find the difference. I've just like barely moved.
So this is 8 of their frostings. Soon to be 7.
It's described as cream cheese ambient. Cream cheese ambient, that sounds like a really experimental music genre. It's pretty cool. You probably wouldn't have heard of it, but yeah, no, I listen to mostly cream cheese ambient. Here are all the Cinnabon items from the UK that you won't find in the US.
Here's everything at a Cinnabon menu you will not find in the UK.
To start off with, we have some Bon varieties you actually won't find in the US. Let's start down here with Choco Bons. So as far as I can tell, Choco Bons are pretty much just their standard rolls, maybe with like a little bit of chocolate powder sprinkled into the mix, but then also they are covered in chocolate sauce. Cheers. Our next exclusive roll is a Lotus Biscoff Bon. Long-time viewers of the show will know that I don't really like Lotus Biscoff. I didn't realize how passionately the crew felt about Lotus Biscoff because I'm now taking heat for this. Apparently it's because I don't like coffee and they're really good with coffee. I just drink tea, so maybe it's wasted on me. Again, look, you do you, it's fine, just not for me, too sweet for me. And then finally, because we're actually shooting this on Valentine's Day, we can get a limited edition Valentine's Bon. All of our exclusive Bons can also be purchased in all 3 forms, which is the regular size, the Bon Bites, and the mini Bons.
We actually don't have any exclusive Bons in the US. We can only get the classic and caramel pecan Bons, both of which are obviously available in the UK. But we do have some other exclusives to showcase. The first one, the Churro Swirls. They forgot them! But here's what they look like, and I would love to have tried them.
Now we don't have churro swirls, but we do have something called Cinna chips, which are like small crunchy pieces of cinnamon roll. I'm not sure if crunchy is what I want from my cinnamon roll. They are crunchy, I won't kid them. These aren't doing it for me. They're really kind of dry and a little bit burned almost. So you kind of get that like acrid burn taste, which cancels out pretty much any benefits that you get from the cinnamon sugar.
We also have something called Center of the Roll, which Cinnabon has trademarked in the US. Now here's what I'm assuming this is by looking at it. What it looks like they just took Cinnabons and like mashed them up or like unraveled them and put them in a cup. And this is smart because the only thing I think keeping everyone from getting a Cinnabon at the mall is it's kind of a pain in the butt to eat. And I think Cinnabon noticed this and they responded with this. Like, you're right, we'll just rip it up, put it in a cup, and have at it. This works. Well, you don't want to mess with the classics. If you want to sit down and have a Cinnabon at the food court, go for it, but if you're on the move, just get one of these. Oh yeah. Oh my God, look at this. Are you kidding me with this? This is so great.
You want to take that?
Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot. Oh, I forgot. I'm shooting a video right now. This is the that was the regular, and this is the caramel pecan bun.
We have a near equivalent here, but we call it roll on the go. As far as I can tell, it's pretty much just the same thing. It's a small cup of, I think, just the center pieces of cinnamon rolls. Ours come in two flavors, classic or choco. I do think my favorite part of a cinnamon roll is the gooey middle bit. Let's see if this holds up. This is pretty good. Decent amount of frosting. They could maybe have given you slightly more frosting because I think there's some like drier bites in the middle, but pretty good.
In the US, we also have cookie Bon Bites. These are chocolate chip cookies with cinnamon rolls inside of them. I'm just finding this out right now. Chocolate chip cookies with cinnamon rolls inside of them. Yo, straight up, when I saw this, I'm like, who's getting cookies at Cinnabon? This cannot have a cinnamon roll inside. Oh my God, you see it? It actually, what? I didn't even know this existed. You got that? You got that? Yeah. Yo, look at that. Oh, look what's inside of it. Oh my God, that's crazy. I think the thing was this cookie's pregnant with a Cinnabon. Now let's get into it. Better an idea than execution. We also have Cinna Sweeties, which look like mini donuts that I'm assuming are oh wait, I think these have the frosting inside. We've done these for Taco Bell. The Cinnabon Delights, and I'm pretty sure this is filled with some sort of like cream cheese, right? Wait a second. There's no cream cheese in these. They're blanks.
The UK Cinnabon website also advertises that some of their branches will have Carvel brand ice cream as an option, but unfortunately we didn't have that at the one we went to.
Now we're on to the sauces and toppings. In the US, we have a side of Oreo pieces that you can get on top of your bun. There it is. We also have the 8 ounces of frosting, and we also have clothes. This right here is you get a side of the caramel frosting. That's also really good.
We only have the one exclusive topping option here in the UK, and it's this one, the Lotus Biscoff Crumb. In the interest of fairness, I'm going to try it again. It's just fine. It's just fine. Maybe with a coffee, but no, still not for me. Sorry, guys.
Next up, we got drinks. Finally, I'm dying of thirst. We have coffee, obviously, and you can also get yourself a hot chocolate. Let's check out their hot chocolate. I mean, it looks like hot chocolate. There's nothing to see. Wow, actually not that good. Ugh. Skip that.
We actually have a better range of hot drinks in the UK, including pretty much a full range of espresso drinks, including an Americano, a cappuccino, a latte, a mocha, and so on. We can also get a tea and a hot chocolate. You can also customize the hot drinks with a range of syrups, including cinnamon spice, toasted marshmallow, salted caramel, and more. Although if you put any of those in a cup of tea, I will fight you.
In the US, we have way more cold drink options than hot. Here are the following exclusive cold drink options. First up, cinnamon roll, cold brew, iced coffee. Another victim of the Uber driver. Ooh. I'm falling apart. Pretty good. Too sweet. Then we got the raspberry lemonade. Also, missing 2 inches. Oobified. I mean, I don't want to give the guy a bad rating, but like, look, I have not sipped any of these. Oh my God, this raspberry lemonade is great. Shout out to Greta Thunberg. I'm gonna use the use my straw twice. I care about the environment. No more single-use plastic. This is the frozen raspberry lemonade. Whoa, it's like powerful. This is really good. Bottle of milk, no thanks. And of course, fountain drinks. And I'm the most bummed because out of all the drinks that spilled, we have so many flavors to choose from. Let's get those on the screen. But the one I specifically wanted was this one, was the Pib Extra. Pib Extra's perfectly fine. It's a Dr. Pepper wannabe. Back in the 90s, 97, 98 or whatever, Mr. Pibb changed its formula to Pib Extra. They're trying to get in on Dr. Pepper's market share. It's so annoying. But the problem is that there's no Mr. Pibb anymore. 30 years of no Mr. Pibb. It's ridiculous. I am using my platform right now to talk to the executives at Pib Extra or Mr. Pibb. Release the Mr. Pibb recipe. I'm begging you. It doesn't have any value for you. You're not making it, so there's no value, right? You're just sitting on the recipe. You're not even making it. It's worthless to you. It's priceless to me. And I don't want you people watching. This happened last time. People were messaging me like, oh yeah, we got Mr. Pibb here at the Walmart. It's like, it's Pib Extra. It's not Mr. Pibb. They're different. Okay? If anyone watching has cans of Mr. Pibb from the 90s, connect with me. I will buy it off of you. I'll pay for the shipping. That stays in the video or I quit.
We have a few exclusive cold drinks over here in the UK, including an iced latte, a strawberry lemonade, and a mango lemonade. I got the strawberry lemonade today. Pretty pleasant, quite refreshing.
Also in the UK, is it true that you guys considered lemonade to be more like a carbonated lemon beverage like Sprite?
That's true, Joe. If you ask for a lemonade in the UK, expect something that's carbonated and usually clear, so more like a Sprite. Although I will say, Cinnabon seems to be doing it kind of the American way, so maybe you'd approve of that one.
Now you can also get something called a Chila in the US and the UK. However, over here, they come in flavors of Oreo cookies and cream, strawberries and cream, which I got, and the double chocolate mocha. That's just okay. Don't bother.
In the UK, Chilatas come in 5 flavors: cinnamon roll, strawberry, mango, caramel latte, and chocolate mocha. I got the cinnamon roll one today. Actually looks pretty good. It also looked even more impressive when the whipped cream was kind of in a nice swirl. It's just like a, again, quite sweet, but pretty like luxurious cinnamony milkshake.
It certainly seems like it. I cannot remember a time when there wasn't one in any mall I've gone to. You can always smell it before you see it. It's impossible to separate the scent of Cinnabon from the mall and vice versa. It's like a soundtrack to the memory, but how it smells. So Cinnabon is like the smell track to malls. Does that make sense? And that's by design. Cinnabon purposely put their locations away from food courts and other food stalls so the Cinnabon odor would waft and not interfere with any other smells. So if you're in the mall, you smell Cinnabon and only Cinnabon, and that's almost like nose marketing. I don't know how you would describe it. And it's really smart, right? Because when you smell it, man, you smell it and you're like, there it is, I gotta have one. So is Cinnabon a meal, a snack, a dessert? I'm gonna go with snack. I feel like one of those regular Cinnabons, I could just eat one of those easily, maybe 1.5. I don't really know my Cinnabon limit. I just kind of find out about these little guys and I feel like I could easily knock out half this tray. Oh. I don't think it should be a meal because that could like do some damage to your body. As far as a dessert, it seems weird to me to eat a full meal and then get a Cinnabon. Like it just kind of like exists on its own. So yeah, it's weird to consider it a snack, but yeah, you're definitely not having it for lunch. And you're definitely not having it after a meal. So by default, snack.
In the UK, a single Cinnabon classic roll will cost you £2.99, which at the time of recording this was $3.65.
In the US, a single Cinnabon Classic roll will cost you $7.19. That makes this single US roll 97% more expensive. That is hilarious.
But does the price change if you bulk buy? A 6-pack of classic rolls in the UK will cost you £10.49, which at the time of recording was $12.80. So by spending 3.5 times the amount of money, you're getting 6 times the amount of Cinnabon, which is a pretty good deal.
In the US, a 6-pack of Cinnabon Classic rolls will cost you $24.99. So even when you are bulk buying, it's 95% more expensive to buy in the US. For that same 500% increase in food, we pay 247% more money.
It's not often on Food Wars that it's much cheaper in the UK than it is in the US to buy fast food. How's that feel, Joe?
Well, it's Cinnabon, and I will pay whatever it takes. This stuff is amazing. They could double the price. I'm still eating it.
The UK Cinnabon website doesn't give a full nutritional breakdown, including things like the fat and the sugar content of Cinnabon. However, when we got this Cinnapack, I noticed that they actually have a full breakdown on the box. Here, we're given the information for 100 grams worth of classic Cinnabon rolls. You might remember from earlier when we weighed one roll, we found out that it was pretty much exactly 200 grams, so doubling those numbers gives us the stats for a full roll in the UK. Here's everything that's in a classic Cinnabon roll in the UK. So that's almost 40% of your daily recommended calories, 80% of your daily saturated fat, and over 110% of your daily sugar. To put the calories into context, one of these rolls is like eating 3 McDonald's hamburgers.
Here's everything in a classic Cinnabon roll in the US. You are reading that right, 61 grams of sugar. And for some reason, 1,150 milligrams of sodium? That puts us slightly ahead of the UK in every single category. I mean, look at that sodium. That is way higher for some reason. That's exactly 50% of your daily sodium in one roll.
What about some other, even more unhealthy menu items? The most calorific roll in the UK is the Lotus Biscoff roll, which clocks in at 1,019 calories. That's a hefty increase on the standard roll, as well as being over half of your daily caloric allowance. Or as we now use to quantify things, 4 McDonald's hamburgers.
The least healthy roll in the US is the caramel pecan bon, which is 1,090 calories. This is also the most calorific thing on the entire US menu, sort of. A single caramel pecan bon roll is 1,090 calories, but according to Cinnabon, if you get them in a pack of 4 or 6, the calories of each individual roll increases to 1,160. It is unclear why that is the case, but I'm gonna go ahead and guess because they dump way more frosting on it.
The most calorific thing on the UK menu actually isn't a roll, it's this, a 16-ounce cinnamon roll chilata. One of these contains a whopping 1,231 calories. That means that one of these large cinnamon roll chilatas combined with one of our classic cinnamon rolls in the UK would put you pretty much exactly at your 2,000 calorie daily limit.
Cinnabon does not disclose a full ingredients list in the US, only allergens.
The website in the UK also didn't contain ingredients information, but once again, the box provided us with all of the ingredients of a classic cinnamon roll, and it is a lot. But are there any ingredients which you need to look out for?
The bun itself is pretty much fine despite the sheer number of ingredients. The things to watch out for are actually found in the frosting.
The frosting contains an imitation vanilla extract, which in turn contains E1520. This is also known as propylene glycol. It's fairly common in foods, and in small doses is used as a carrier for ingredients which aren't soluble in water. However, it can be toxic in large doses. It's one of the main ingredients in antifreeze, as it lowers the freezing point of water.
Too much propylene glycol could lead to internal bleeding and kidney failure. The good news is that you're unlikely to ever hit these levels from food. Just don't go drinking antifreeze.
The lemon extract in the frosting also contains E102, sometimes known as yellow 5 or tartrazine. It's a somewhat controversial yellow food dye. It was part of a panic in the UK about food colorings causing hyperactivity in children, although eventually it was shown that there was limited evidence for this.
A 2015 study also found that yellow number 5 can damage your white blood cells, which makes you likely to develop tumors and cancer. See us out, dancing rats. A US Cinnabon weighs 222 grams, 222, as in the type of diabetes this video is going to give me. Number 2, baby.